Hi, welcome and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. When it comes to dealing with and healing from narcissistically abusive and other toxic relationships, mindset matters. And I've noticed that there are a lot of parallels between narcissism and narcissistically abusive relationships and the stock market. And I thought I'd share. And for two reasons. One, because as I've been reading and studying and learning, I see connections and parallels between the two. And secondly, because I think when you are healing and recovering from narcissistically abusive relationships, or if you have to deal with a narcissist on an ongoing basis, like, say, for example, if you have children with a narcissist or if you have a toxic boss, you have to elevate your mindset. And in an effort to elevate the conversation from the narcissist did this, the narcissist did that, they're a loser, they're annoying, they're this, they're that, he said this, she said that, in an effort to break away from that piece of the puzzle, I thought it would be good to talk about something a little bit more intellectual, like a book. And not just any book, but a book about trading. And I think that, side note, that's a key component to really leveling up in your mindset and also just in your life in general from your dealings with the narcissist, who tend to be very narrowly focused, very small-minded, and fixated on you and what you're doing and what other people think of them and getting supply and getting their needs met and getting validated from outside sources. You can put your nose into a book and read something that's going to stimulate you intellectually and that's going to get you thinking about other things that are bigger and that are more productive and that may even help you enhance your life, like getting your money up maybe. Think about it. Anyway, my current read is called Trading in the Zone, and it's by Mark Douglas. And he does a great job of talking about the mindset that it takes to trade in the stock market. And one of the biggest takeaways from his book, because I'm on my second pass through it, is that the market is this vast thing. It's this big thing. It's like the sea. It's just vast and seemingly endless in a way. And you're this little fish that's kind of trying to swim, and there's sharks in the water and all these other things, and you have to be able to figure out how to navigate these shark-infested waters, so to speak. And in doing that, it's easy to get overwhelmed and feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to stay over here by the shore. I'm not going to venture out. Or, oh, I can't swim the waters because there's jellyfish over here. There's a shark over there. Oh, look, there's a whale. You may not have control over what's going on in the vast market, or sea, as figuratively speaking, but you can control what you do and how you navigate the market. And you can make choices and position yourself in such a way to navigate the waves and sideswipe the sharks and avoid the jellyfish and whatever else may be out there. So that being said, there is a great quote that I wanted to share with you from Trading in the Zone. And this quote in particular, I felt like had a lot of nuggets in it that correlate to a narcissistically abusive relationship and the behaviors of the narcissist, and if you're not careful, your behavior around a narcissistically abusive relationship. Check this out. Mark says, quote, "Ultimately, the worst consequence of not taking responsibility is that it keeps you in a cycle of pain and dissatisfaction." Sound familiar? Think about it for a moment. If you're not responsible for your results, then you can assume there's nothing for you to learn and you can stay exactly as you are. You won't grow and you won't change. As a result, you will perceive events in exactly the same way and therefore respond to them in the same way and get the same dissatisfying results. Now, what does this remind you of? Sound familiar? This quote is brilliant because basically he's talking about trading and the fact that when we enter the market and put our money out there at risk in the market, it's our responsibility. We need to take responsibility for that. And we can't blame our losses or, any other things that happen, a trade turning on us or leaving our money in the market too long or in a trade too long to where maybe it was up and then all of a sudden it turns and goes down. We can't blame that on the market. We can't blame that on the other traders in the market. We can't blame it on the big boys or the institutional traders. We have to take responsibility as traders for putting our money out there at risk in the market and for managing our risk. Similarly, the narcissist is responsible for their behavior. They're responsible for their actions. They may not want to admit it because it's too painful or because they just don't want to deal with the reality of the chaos and drama and difficulties that they create, or even the failures that they rack up in their own life because they refuse to acknowledge and take responsibility for their behavior and for their wounds that are fueling their behavior and make the changes that they need to in order to live a more productive life and have more positive interactions with others and more success in the long run. And if you're not careful, you can fall into this trap as well in terms of blaming the narcissist in your life for you not being able to accomplish or achieve whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, or for keeping you stuck or holding you back or what have you. Basically, we're each and all of us responsible for our lives and how we navigate in the world and putting ourselves out there for relationships, for opportunities, for whatever it is, trading. And we have to own our lives, own our decisions, own our choices. And regardless of what the narcissist does, you should do that anyway. If you have the capability and have it in you to do so, you should. Because the sooner that you do that, the sooner that you can get on with the business of healing and in recovering and leveling up your life while the narcissist stays stuck if they choose to do so. That's not your fault and that's not your problem. And Mark even says so in his book. So if you are interested in reading Trading in the Zone, you can find it on Audible, or I'm sure you can order a hard copy of it on Amazon if you choose to do so as well. But I thought that would help shed some light on the narcissistically abusive relationship and on the behavior of the narcissist. And if you're not careful, the kind of behavior or thinking that you can fall prey to as well by just not owning your role in your relationships, in your choices, and pivoting quickly, because that's another thing that he talks about, is just, being able to take responsibility for your time and money that you've put into a trade. And if you see things going sideways or see things going south or not as you anticipated, being able to pivot quickly and redirect those funds or pursue something else that's going to be more positive, literally. Hopefully that helps. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. Have you read Trading in the Zone? Or what other books are you reading lately that are giving you insight and empowering you to gain perspective on the narcissistically abusive relationship that you've been in, or the narcissist in your life, or even helping you to level up your life. Point being, mindset matters when it comes to healing and recovering from narcissistic abuse and from navigating those relationships if you can't easily get away from them. And you should take responsibility for that and go for it so that you can move onward and upward in a positive fashion. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.